Assalamu alaikum, YouTubers. Welcome to Back to Basics with me, Amanda. This is my very first video, so I hope you enjoy and I hope that you subscribe and, come on my journey with me. So I came up with a concept. As many people ask me, how or why did you become a Muslim? What happened in your life? It deserves a whole YouTube channel because there are so many events and trials, tribulations. As I reflect and think back, what happened? How did I become a Muslim? Um, for those of you who don't know me, I was an atheist. I didn't have any religion, and here I am, a fully fledged, very dedicated Muslim. So it's a beautiful religion, and I found so much peace in it. So I decided, after lots of thinking and pondering, I'm not quite sure how or where this channel is going to go, but I thought I could start by telling you my story over a series of videos. So why don't you settle down, get a cup of tea, and my story will begin. I'm going to try and do a chronological story. So I'm going to start from the very, very beginning of my life and entering this world. So it starts from conception. Um, I'm actually trying to write my story as well. So maybe this video might help me write my story. And essentially, I want it to help others actually. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a Muslim to come and enjoy my story. No, this YouTube channel is open for anybody who might gain some kind of enjoyment, pleasure, understanding, whatever. Just come on board and enjoy. So my story starts at the very beginning, as I said, when I was being conceived. My mother had 5 children. I was the last one of 6, and she really didn't want any more children, and she did try to take a precaution. And I do remember her having the coil in her purse. Sorry, Mum, to tell the story. May Allah bless her. She did have the coil in her purse, and she sort of would take it out and kind of wave it at me and say, "Oh, I had this to stop you from coming." And as a little child, I was overwhelmed and didn't feel like I was meant to be. I didn't feel like Mum wanted me, although of course she loved me, and I have a beautiful relationship with my mum, and she is so adorable. I love her to bits. But that's kind of that went around in my head as a child, and never feeling belonging, a sense of belonging growing up. Allah knows best why I had that inside of me, but I didn't grow up in any religion, any religious household. We were all christened because that's what you had to do back then in the 60s. I didn't read the Bible. I didn't know any Bible stories. In fact, through Islam, I'm learning about the Bible stories, because in Islam, we cover all scriptures. So let's get back on track. At birth, I struggled again with breathing, and I had to go into an incubator. So there was a little time lapse between being born and then obviously Mum getting to hold me and bond with me and things like that. So that was like my very, very first kind of thoughts of how or why I became a Muslim. Now you might think, well, what's that got to do with being a Muslim? Well, I think what it's got to do with being a Muslim is that I was born with this strength, this inner strength of determination and, fighting. I was always fighting for something. Being the 6th child, it was, fighting for the last roast potato or something like that. It was fighting for my life at the beginning. It was fighting to even come to this world. And having that sense of not belonging as well. as my life progressed, my father left the family home when I was around about between 5 and 7. I'm not quite sure what age it was, but it was around then. So then again, there was that other the feeling again of not belonging, of feeling rejection, dad leaving. It's a big impact in a child's life. So I think that has also played a big part in moulding who I am now and and why I became a Muslim. So it's a really quite intricate story. Um, as this is our first YouTube video, I don't really want to go on too long. I want to hold it there, dangle it there, and hopefully I've tuned you in to want to know a bit more about the next part of my story. So I'm going to leave it there until next time. And I'm also going to explain to you why I've called my channel Back to Basics as well, because I feel that life is all about being basic. And I think over the videos, we're going to unpick that. So have an absolute beautiful and blessed day. And I hope to see you all back, and many more of you back in my next video. So salams everybody, goodbye, take care, and lots of love, and may you stay blessed.